That's it. Alright, so we're just gonna continue then from where I last saved. So I guess I'm gonna try to see if I can't find that... whatchamacallit? The... Trackers Alliance lady?
Oh, give it a shot.
Might as well. Because, I mean, that is a meaningful addition to the game that is being added for free. Oh my god. Which is kind of curious, because you don't really see that very often. Not in a Bethesda game, anyway. Most of the additions to the game are added through a paid thing. It is kind of curious, because, like, looking at the Hearthfire mod for Skyrim, that was like a $5... I said it was a mod, didn't I? Looking at the Hearthfire DLC for Skyrim, that's like the equivalent of like some mods nowadays, like just with the amount of things that it adds, because it's adding in 3 buildable homes that are like modular, as well as adding in like a whole new crafting system and all new items to the leveled lists and shit like that, a new adoption system, all sorts of stuff. So it's really interesting to see the difference over time. How this mod that is very clearly... or this, Jesus Christ, this DLC that could easily pass for a mod would probably end up being a creation nowadays. It's very odd. Okay, weird. All of my boost pack audio is broken.
Good start.
Good start. Great start. Let me just make a proper fucking save game right here in case the shit decides to explode. Alright, where, how, what? So I guess we'll just go to any old location. I guess we'll try Aquila, since that's like the first place I would think of as a bounty hunting location. Something else I've noticed that the loading screens have just straight up broken. Like, they don't even show me any images anymore. It's just a black screen.
Oh.
Which is, yeah, which is kind of disappointing, because it used to show me all of my custom photos that I did, but not anymore.
Been looking for you.
Ah, yeah, there's no missing this mysterious Trackers Alliance lady, because she's literally just right fucking in front of you when you spawn in.
Hey. I'm glad I finally caught up with you. I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
Be honest, this isn't about my outstanding bounty, is it?
It's definitely not. They wouldn't send me after you for that, and if they did, you'd already
Why
be
does the
bagged and
tracker
tagged.
lady have a bounty on her?
She doesn't. It's my bounty, because I have the
Oh.
wanted perk. Oh, this is a proposal? No thanks. I'm already happily married.
What? Oh, got it. You're trying to make a joke. Emphasis on trying. Yes, it's a proposal. No, not that kind of proposal. The Trackers Alliance has been following
Damn, I
your
was hoping
exploits
Andre
and
would
believe
actually
you have
respond
what
to
it
that.
takes to join our ranks. You're being invited to our new headquarters in Aquila City. There you'll meet
Oh,
with
perfect.
Agent
I'm already
Number
here.
1. If you decide to consider our offer, they'll guide you through our initiation process.
I have questions.
I'd expect you do.
What if I say no?
What if you do? Well, I would hope that you'd seriously
I'm
consider
asking you,
our offer.
bitch.
Doesn't matter to me. You're free to make your own choices. I found you, I delivered my message, so my job here is done.
Alright, why should I join?
If you have any inclination of being a bounty hunter, then this is the best deal you're going to get. I'm not here to convince you. I've just been instructed to deliver the message. Your questions would be best answered by Agent Number 1 at the HQ.
What did you say your name was?
There will be time for introductions later, assuming you decide to join us. But until then, there's really no need for me to share that information with you.
I didn't know there was a Tracker's HQ. Where was the old one?
There's a reason for that. It used to be on a remote planet in a remote part of the galaxy. Agent Number 1 decided that it would be better if we had more of a public presence. So we purchased the old McCall estate and turned it into our headquarters. Okay, then.
Alright, I'll be there.
Wonderful. I appreciate you hearing me out. I'll be heading out soon if there's nothing more. Remember, Trackers Alliance HQ in Aquila City. Speak to Agent Number 1.
This woman talks like a female Trump. Wonderful, I was hoping that you would be saying that. Like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Hi.
Oh boy, the frame rate in Aquila is just as bad as it used to be.
rather well. Perhaps better than I would like.
Did they add in new
Terraforming is a more important advancement than space travel.
clothes for these
Definitely
people?
an argument for both.
Frankly,
I've seen a lot more people in like a leather duster than I used to. Where the fuck am I going? The old McCall estate? Am I supposed to know where the fuck that is? Also, wait a minute. Isn't that the place that what's his name tried to buy? That asshole that you run into?
Sounds like it. So it's just in the middle of the city somewhere.
I'm assuming then that quest would only proc after
The
you've
rock
had
is
that
surprisingly well
conversation.
fortified. The early settlers here were quite practical.
Yeah, they
Have
even
you
have a
ever-
big old Trackers Alliance logo slapped on it now. I mean, I would hope, because otherwise that would cause some issues, you
Kinda
know,
weird reaching out to
in terms
them
of
instead
timeline.
The other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, you
Convinced.
have to go into the tracker building to finish
No, I
the
trust you, but
quest where you have to talk to the
let
guys
streak
in that house.
only one away.
Yeah, that'd be
That
weird.
doesn't make any sense.
Roach!
Know what happened the last time I was paired up? I don't want
Roach!
this new one to. What?
Our new potential recruit. He's standing
Right here. Yeah, I said I know. I'm aware of his presence, have been since he walked in the door. I said what I said. I stand by it. And rookie, don't you dare let me down. Got a lot to prove around here.
Boy, this dialogue is already
My time is
desyncing
yours,
left and right.
should you need it.
And these guys are unnecessarily edgy for no reason. Like, right
Look what
off
the
the
Astra
bat.
dragged in. Pretty sure Agent No One wants to talk to you.
Alright, that's funny. Agent No One. Is that? Okay, no, there's nothing really special about this. So you thought the ecliptic dialogue was cringe with that voice modulator? Boy, you're gonna hate this one.
No, it's even worse.
It's even worse.
Prompt. Good trait for a tracker. Anyhow, we can talk about punctuality or we can get down to business. I am Agent Number 1, or No One, if you prefer. It seems you've decided to entertain our offer. Good.
Do you have to throw a tracker my way and scare me half to death?
Understood. Being visited by a tracker can be intimidating. Despite what others may tell you, a little fear can be healthy. That being said, we devoted resources to reach out to you that we could have used elsewhere. Were I you, I would feel honored by that.
Alright, you're making these guys out to be more important than they are. Yeah, sure, why the fuck not? I want to be a tracker.
A drop of enthusiasm can create an ocean of success. Remember that. However, it is not as simple as
It's almost like she heard the sarcasm in my
You must
voice.
be tested in the field and face a true challenge before taking up the mantle of tracker. Do you have any questions before we proceed?
Why me?
Why not you? I know of your accomplishments. Your bravery on Vectera, fighting off the Crimson Fleet, made the news. You aided our
That was like a year ago.
in Sidonia, bringing to justice an elusive target. In Aquila City, you thwarted a dangerous hostage situation without violence. Without hesitation, you saved lives in New Atlantis when one of the most deadly
Oh my God.
predators in the universe attacked.
Is she gonna outline every single thing that I've ever done?
That is a secret I respect and will take to the grave. I could say more, but trust that you would not be here if I did not believe you worthy.
She outlined 5 different things that I did. Even things like the mantis, which no one should be aware of.
Right.
How do you know about that? Like, what the hell? How is this different from going after bounties on the mission board?
The mission boards are merely a tool we use to expand our reach to freelancers who either do not have the capabilities or the desire to work with the Trackers Alliance in a more official capacity. To put it simply, those bounties are trifles compared to what official trackers deal with.
That is a good question,
Lower risk,
because
lower reward.
there are bounties on a mission board that you can just do.
Yeah, she basically said that those are trifling bounties. They're
Oh,
nothing
okay.
compared to what actual trackers have to deal with. So it's kind of like in Red Dead, really, where you have regular bounty missions that you just pull off the board and you know,
There's,
either blow their
like,
heads
full-on
off or
missions.
tie them up. And yeah, then there's the legendary bounties, which I'm assuming this is going to be, which would make my initial assessment of, boy, they really wanted Aquila to be Red Dead Town even more strong. Because this is word for word ripping off the Red Dead bounty system.
Right.
So far. Yeah, okay, sure, I'm ready to officially try out for the
Excellent.
trackers.
Before we accept you as an official tracker, you'll need to demonstrate competency in the field. To that end, I would like you to first accept the available bounty on the wanted display on the nearby wall, then report back to me.
Okay.
What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose?
Bounty, the Starjacker. Open all recovery agents. Reward 10,000 credits. That's pretty fucking good. But he's wanted alive.
Well, it isn't the rookie. Hey, you should speak with Agent No One first.
When do I get to
The
talk to
Alliance
this
is
asshole,
strong
huh?
and getting stronger by the day. Good. You have your mission. Once you are a tracker, you may not get a briefing like this for your missions. You'll be expected to handle them by yourself.
What's up, Ted?
You've been doing this a while, huh?
What if I don't know what to do?
Then you will not make it far as a tracker. No one said this would be easy. It's up to you to investigate, follow clues, and hunt for your target. They're not always so kind as to tell us where they're hiding.
How's that possible when you've been doing this for way
Is there a reason
longer?
you don't give the trackers more direction?
The Trackers Alliance facilitates bounty hunting. We don't hold hands. For all intents and purposes, you are an independent entity affiliated with the Trackers
Roach is out there
Alliance.
chasing down
You may utilize our resources, including our database if need be, but you cannot expect someone to be with you every step of the way. That is not how we operate.
Got it. So, like,
Fair
is
enough.
he not as
I can
good as
handle
you
that.
think?
Excellent. I knew you could.
What it sounds
The target for this mission is admittedly one of our toughest. Not because of how dangerous he is, but because of how often he's evaded us in the past. His name is Hannibal Eutropio. He's wanted for 94 counts of spaceship grand theft. We have
Damn.
reason to believe he runs a chop shop somewhere out in the fringes, but we do not know where. Luckily, we have intel that one of his associates, Adrastos Dakota, is currently here in Aquila City. For your first mission, you were assigned a partner, Roach. He will have more
Oh
information.
boy.
Speak with him.
They're giving me Roach. A chop shop, huh? What's that?
Hannibal's crew steals spaceships and brings them someplace where they can illegally strip them for parts, or make the ships completely untraceable. Then he modifies them and resells them, or their parts, for a tidy profit. hence the name Chop Shop.
It sounded like Roach didn't want to work with me. You sure about that?
Roach has been instructed that if he wants to continue in our service, he will comply. He will get over it. He always does.
He'll get over it.
His demeanor will ease once he gets to know you.
Okay. I'll speak with him then.
Roach is one of our best trackers. You would do well to learn from his techniques. I wish you the
His
best of luck.
techniques.
Leave no quarter.
Leave no
Show
quarter.
mercy.
That's a phrase I can get behind more.
Man,
All right,
I
Roach.
gotta say, being a tracker
That's not
is
Roach.
pretty awesome.
That's Tank.
Oh, hey! I heard we were getting a new tracker.
This guy looks like
Nice
Ice
to meet
Cube.
you. Call me Tank, 'cause there ain't no stopping me. I'm new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if
You
you
ran
want to
the
swap
Red
pointers,
Mile? How
or
come I didn't
just
see
shoot
your
the
name
shit,
on the
you know?
list? Yeah, you ran the Red Mile?
Yeah,
But you weren't
I've
looking.
been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs
19
last I checked the
successful
leaderboard.
runs? Isn't that, like,
Anyway,
pretty high?
keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special when I crush their expectations.
You wanted to swap pointers? What did you think I could teach you?
I don't know. There's got to be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something.
I'd kill him. He's ready to blow my brains out, but he's high on drugs. That sounds pretty specific. Did this happen to you?
Kind of. Yeah. No, it did.
It did.
Almost exactly like that. It was my first mission, and I froze up. Luckily, I had a partner for the mission. He was creeping up behind the guy, tackled him and cuffed him before he could do anything. Obviously, I still think about it.
Well, I wish I could ask him, did you need to take him in dead or alive? But that's not an option, because that would genuinely change the answer to my question. If he's wanted dead or alive, fucking shoot him. But if he's wanted alive specifically, yeah, I'd have to see how it plays out. You don't want to shoot someone unless you'd have to. I would give him the opportunity. I'd kill him immediately. If I felt he would do it, I would end him, but I wouldn't like it. Yeah, I kind of like that option. If I felt like he would do it, I would end him.
Ending someone's life is never easy. You'd think it would be for trackers like us.
Ending
given
someone's
the
life
dead
is never
part of
easy. Bitch,
wanted
I've killed
dead or
like over
alive. It
500,000
is for
people.
some,
or whatever.
but I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be. Yet, if I've got to do it, I will. Like you, I just feel bad.
Really? You're a rookie then, huh? What's it been like for you?
Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3. Heck, sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action.
Why do the other trackers think you're soft?
Probably because I'm too friendly. Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some
They
time
think
away
I'm
from
soft
being
because
a
I
ruthless
cry
bounty hunter
after
to
every
be
time I
real
bring in a
human
bounty.
being, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of it
He
all?
makes it sound like that
And
too.
it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real
Yeah,
bad
some
and
of them
deserve
just
another
messed up and
chance.
deserve another
You need to
chance.
remember,
Like, come on.
They're people.
They're
And
people.
not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached.
You gotta think about what they did to get themselves in this position, man. Genuinely. Well, I say that, but we also had Benjamin fucking Bayou put hits out on us several times, and we're not allowed to kill
Hey,
that
catch you
motherfucker
on the
for
flip.
reasons.
Watch more than you speak. You'll learn faster. I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable.
Oh my god, you're all so fucking cringe. This bitch's name is Inevitable.
That's a first.
Yeah. Inevitable. That's your call sign.
Yes. I chose this call sign to remind me how important it is to take my time. My work may take longer than others, but I never make mistakes. And I always find my quarry. No one has escaped me in over 40 years.
Over 40 years, huh? That means you're old as fuck, which means your time is running. Oh, I guess that's why she calls herself Inevitable, because she knows death will get here at some point. Because that's why she said that's why I chose it, because it is inevitable, or whatever the fuck. I kind of get it, but it's like... It's stupid. Like, why can't they just have cool bounty hunter names? Like Django Fett. Or some, you know what I mean? Something cool. Instead of dumb shit like Number 1 and Inevitable and Tank and Roach. I mean, Roach is cool.
McConnell.
Tank is generic. Yeah, Mitch McConnell. If there was a genuine tracker in here that was just Mitch McConnell, that'd be fucking hilarious. The turtle.
Right.
So why does it matter if I joined or if I didn't?
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. The Trackers Alliance will function and thrive even without your help. Nevertheless, I agree with Agent Number 1 that you could prove to be a valuable asset for the Alliance. I would rather you with us than against.
Honestly, I was a bit more worried about what would happen if I didn't.
What? Did you think we would hunt you down if you declined? Please.
Yes.
That's not how we operate. No. I would have left, reported back to Agent Number 1, and we would have moved on with our lives. I didn't choose to recruit you, but I did the research and tracked you down. Surprisingly, it was not easy.
So how did you find me? Well, it wasn't easy to find me. How so?
Well, from what I can tell, despite your notable accomplishments around the settled systems, you don't stick around anywhere for too long. And following you can be a challenge as well, since it seems to be by whim where you go next.
Well, that's not true. Sometimes I'll just sit around the city for 2 hours talking mad shit about the universe. You just take off and go wherever you please. It's like, nah, man, there's only like 3 places I ever go, and it's all 3 cities. Like, it's super easy to find me. So how did you find me?
I followed some tips, then picked a busy port and waited. I'm nothing if not patient. I knew it was only a matter of time before you showed up.
Picked a busy port and waited. Bitch, you walked 10 feet out of your headquarters and just waited in the parking lot for me to show up. That's all you did. I'm assuming she would be able to find us on, like, Neon or New Atlantis or any spaceport, but, like, fuck. The fact that it happened to be in Aquila, which is where they're located, makes it seem like she did virtually fucking nothing to find me. Yeah, well, being hard to find seems like a good trait.
For you, yes. A good tracker should be as a shadow. Elusive, unnoticed, yet ever present. For me, let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not, no, what they once were.
What can you say about yourself? What a weird question.
Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent Number 1. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker. My patience may be infinite, but you're pushing it.
Oh man, I thought that said, "Are you retarded?" Are you retired?
Not quite. It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all? Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker?
I haven't made up my mind yet. Just taking it one day at a time.
Fair enough. A pragmatic approach is sometimes best. This isn't a gang. You're allowed to leave. Just
I'm allowed to
understand
leave?
that the
Really?
work may be more difficult than you might think. Bounty hunting tends to paint a target on your back and attracts those looking for revenge.
Any advice for a new tracker?
Yes, patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until I understood the value of patience that I caught up with him and finally claimed the bounty on his head. It's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark.
Oh, never mind. I thought her call sign was about the inevitability of death, but it's just about how patient she is. She'll wait years, if necessary, in order to capture a target.
Oh.
You ever want to learn from the best?
Cool.
I'm your guy.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, cool. You were so bad at your job that it took you like 12 years to capture your target.
Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived.
Why should I care? I don't even know who you are. Now let's be nice, I guess. Yeah, let's rewind and try to start off on the right foot.
Okay. Just be careful and listen to me. I'm serious about beating this record. I don't want anyone blowing it for me. It's not personal.
What's this record you're so concerned about anyway?
The record for consecutive successful bounty missions is held by a tracker who went by the call sign Volk. 372 consecutive bounties brought in. That's 372 with no escapes, no mistakes. Came close to beating this record, but, well, didn't. Guy was a legend around here, but don't bring him up. It's a bit of a sore spot for a lot of trackers.
Why don't the other trackers like talking about Volt? Or Volk, whatever.
You ever work with someone who was really good at their job, but just seemed to rub everyone the wrong way? The boss won't do anything about it because they're afraid of losing that person. It was like that with Volk and the previous Agent No One. Except Volk was just needlessly cruel to his quarries. And everyone. Even his allies. I mean, like, torturing children to draw out their parents kind of cruel.
Ah, nice.
Bad dude. He killed the previous No One. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And neither should you.
Wow, that's probably like the cruelest thing this game has ever brought up. So, the guy who held the record for the most consecutive bounties had 372 completed, no mistakes, no escapes. But his methods were extremely cruel, and he tortured children. And he also killed the previous, I don't know, guild master or whatever. So I'm assuming whatever this quest line is gonna lead to us killing him or whatever. But I guess we're probably gonna have to pay for that inclusion.
I'm waiting for you, not the other way around.
You said you came close to beating the record? What happened?
I was doing great until I volunteered to partner up with a rookie like you. They ran in, guns blazing, got shot up, and we had to evac, which let our mark get away. Couldn't save him either, so waste all around. But now, I'm being voluntold that I need to partner up with you for reasons I don't want to get into right now. So, best not disappoint me.
Alright, you got it.
Good. Glad we had this talk. Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. Find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions?
Have you ever gone after this Hannibal guy before?
If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he's slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but my plan will let us finally get the drop on this slippery chasm bass.
What if the informant, Adrastos, doesn't talk?
Don't worry about that. They always talk. Eventually. We'll make sure of that.
Alright. No questions, let's get our guy.
Right. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once
Perfect.
we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road.
Oh, let's hit the road. Roach is now following you. Is he a follower? Proper? Like, does Andreja just leave? Interesting. Any good tracker tips?
Ah, so you want to learn from the best. Well, let me tell you. All that matters in this line of work is that you get the job done. Sometimes that means skirting the law. It's usually on our side anyway. Alive or dead means you've got a choice. Don't get too hung up on it. Always go with whatever guarantees success. No sense bringing morality into it. These people are wanted criminals on the run from justice. Last thing, competition is a strong motivator. That's how I got where I am today.
Well, if we're gonna work together, what can you tell me about yourself?
It's good and all you want to get to know me, but I don't see how it's going to help us right now. Let's focus on the mission first. It'll tell us more about each other than any small talk ever could. And if you still want to know more, we can talk when we get back.
Fair enough. You really think Adrastos is gonna lead us to Hannibal?
It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him? That's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have.
Why hasn't anyone been able to catch Hannibal?
Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle.
How do we have a picture of his face if nobody knows what he looks like?
Look, I know you enjoy my company, but this isn't how you stay on my good side.
What do you think about this mission?
I think we were given a bum deal. Hannibal has been on the wanted list for ages, and no tracker's been able to nab him despite many trying. But maybe Agent No One's expectations are low, and they just want to see how you handle a tough but low-stakes situation. For that, I guess it's perfect. I just wish they weren't intent on dragging my record down with it.
How do I use my scanner to find Adrastos? Can't we just, you know, look around?
Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. At that point, you'd put a tracking beacon on him and someone would be called in to take him away. But we're bringing this guy with us for this mission.
Does that mean I need an EM weapon?
Don't get yourself killed out there.
Okay, no, Andre is still following us. So, I guess they've changed the scanner to make it so that it can scan people for bounties?
Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty. We may need to check other areas of the city, but it's bound to be here.
Alright, well, let's go to the shittiest part of town first. I feel like they definitely made some updates to the generic NPCs wandering around, because they look quite different. They don't look nearly as hideous and grotesque as they used to. There were some ugly motherfuckers out here.
Improvements are improvements, I guess.
Yeah. Like, they're not noticeably hideous. They're just kind of normal looking. Which is kind of, I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, I thought it was really funny that they were all just, like, fucking ugly. And now that they're all just kind of normal looking, it's like, oh well. The novelty is gone, you know?
Right.
I'm really not quite sure
Do you see
what
anything
this
useful?
is supposed to be doing for me. Oh, is that him? Yeah, he's got the big red fucking glowing icon. Yeah, grand larceny, trespass, insurance fraud. Yeah, this is our guy. He's worth 10,000 as well.
Hey,
bitch.
can I help you?
Ooh. I heard you know where I can buy a ship. Something hot, if you know what I mean.
I think I might have that kind of connection. What's it to you?
Where's Hannibal? I'm gonna count to 5 before I beat the shit out of you.
Oh, okay. I know a tracker when I see one. I'll talk. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What a
What
jarring
exactly
fucking
do you want to know?
interrogation.
Something about Hannibal,
Just opens
right?
with the
You need to tell us
the
where he
deceptive.
is. Then,
Oh yeah, you know where I can buy a stolen ship? And then jumping right into,
got it.
did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Just like fucking threatening to kill him. Like, yeah, okay. Those are the only options I really had, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? How do we know this guy won't just lie to us?
Because I'm sure Mr. Tall, Dark, and Menacing over here will make sure the rest of my existence is both painful and humiliating.
God, this guy has such like a lame fucking voice for him to be a quote-unquote 10,000 bounty. Yeah, no lies, no tricks. If so, no one's gonna miss you.
Got it. Cooperator go missing. Crystal. Truth is, Hannibal could be anywhere. I don't know how to tell you where he is.
I don't believe you. You better start spilling more.
But I know where to find his chop shop.
What else can you tell me about it?
I don't know what you want me to say. Hannibal's got a team of spacers. Mechanics mostly, but also some muscle. If you're planning on going, you best be prepared to fight, because they don't like unannounced visitors.
Wonderful. Now we're getting somewhere.
Well, let's just say I've got an interest in not pissing you off. It's an old abandoned star yard in the Andromos system. Andromos 4A to be exact. Surrounded by a field of giant space rocks. Can't miss it. Actually, you can. That's kind of the point.
Great. You're coming with us, then. You run, you die. You cause a commotion, you die. You so much as sneeze without asking.
I die. I think I get it. Well, what are we waiting for? To the chop shop.
Right. Hey, rookie, a word?
So, this guy's got an interesting problem where he just can't keep his eyes open. He's just falling asleep mid-conversation.
That's pretty wild.
So normally,
Yeah.
you register Drastos with the system and leave him bound for someone to come pick him up. But we need him to tag along with us. Now, if we show up in my ship, we'll lose the element of surprise. I'd rather keep our cards close to our chest. Gives Hannibal less chance to escape.
You really trust this guy's not leading us into a trap?
Not really. Seemed a little too easy, but what other choice do we have? I'm not about to let this opportunity to bag Hannibal get away from us. Worst case, we shoot a bunch of baddies and we still have a Drastos.
Maybe we can use his ship.
Nah, too many unknowns. What if he's got a crew waiting for him? What if he's got a way to jettison us into space? I don't like it. No, I've got something else in mind. See, the last guy I took in wound up dead and unknowingly donated his ship. It's a nice ride, and the parts are valuable. We'll use that. Drastos here is gonna help us on the comms as we approach.
Oh, I am?
Or he'll find himself in deep space without a suit. He's going to play it as if he jacked a ship and brought it to be chopped up. And he's going to do it without giving it away that we're on board because he knows what'll happen if he does.
As I was saying, I'm going to do just that.
I've got a crew on my ship. What about them?
If you need them, bring them along for the ride. But they need to listen and stay off the comms. Of course, maybe you're a little cramped in there with everyone, so maybe you could just let your crew take leave for a bit. Up to you. It's your op.
What'll we do with the Drastos when we get there?
He'll stay behind on the ship. Not much trouble he can get into with his hands tied, and there isn't exactly anywhere he can go.
I don't trust that. What happens if our cover's blown?
Plan doesn't change much. There'll just be more bodies, and hopefully Hannibal won't escape.
Right. Well, it seems as good a plan as any. Let's give it a shot.
Great. Let's get to it then. The ship's parked at the spaceport. You'll be the one in the pilot's seat, so I can keep an eye on our good buddy Adrastos. Let's wrap this one up nice and quick.
Board the decoy ship.
Everything good? We're here to help.
So, one of the things I'm noticing with this quest is the
My mother wanted me to be
noticeable silence of our companions. They're just not talking. Even
that
when
always hurts
you'd
it.
think they would talk. Yeah. Especially because it's Andrea, or Andrea, whatever. And she's technically my wife. And even when I made the wife comment, she didn't say anything. It's like, damn, I thought for sure that would get her to react. And nothing happened. Oh, this is the ship? It's fucking hideous. I'm assuming I'll get to keep this thing afterwards, so I might actually be able to fool around with the customization later, because I didn't really...
Okay.
Oh boy, that's fucking funny. So the guy we have with us is handcuffed, and he's just doing the most awkward sprint in the world.
You handcuff him, but you also let him run on his own.
Yes. Yeah, he's just running around with his arms bound, pretty much. You know, now that I think about it, ship decoration could actually be significantly useful for things like companionway halves. Those small 1x1s. Because that would actually solve a lot of my issues regarding space. So, do I get to own this ship? That'd be kind of nice. Be a little cherry on top.
I've found something for you.
This is now your home ship. Hell yeah.
Time to push some G's.
Oh, we brought Sam! The loudest motherfucker when he literally just said we gotta keep the comms quiet. We brought Sam and his fucking daughter. God damn it.